Hey guys, so I actually already filmed this review. This is going to be a review video, by the way, in front of my bookshelf and with the slightly better camera, but it didn't really turn out so well, and I really want to do a nice review for The Darkest Minds because there it is, there it is, there it is. And I really wanted to do a nice review for it because I really, really liked it, and I wanted to just make a little bit more sense than I did in my previous attempt. Here's my second attempt. I hope it's a little bit more coherent. Okay, so basically the book is titled The Darkest Minds, and it's by Alexandra Bracken, just to get that out of the way. The story basically takes place in the future in America, where the disease has wiped out most of the children over the age of 10. And the children that survive, the adults soon realize, have these kind of scary abilities. They're called psi kids, and they have these like mental powers, telekinetic abilities. And so the government makes these rehabilitation camps that are supposed to find a cure for the kids, but really that's just like trying to contain them and keep them away from the general population. And our main character, Ruby, has been in one of these camps since she was 10 years old. And the story takes place when she turns 16, and she is able, not turn 16, but when she is 16, and she's able to escape. The story is basically about Ruby finding kids that are like her, and they are basically traveling, trying to find a particular place for kids like them that's safe. And I really, really liked the book. I thought it was really well paced. It was the characters were really, really interesting, and I liked them. And I also liked how Ruby was kind of conflicted because she was really, really scared and didn't know what to do, but she also really, really wanted to protect her friends, and I really like that that conflict. I also like that she's afraid to use her powers, but she's not going to be able to control them unless she does use them, and yeah, so that was just really, really interesting for me too. So like I said, I'm just gonna keep saying it over and over again. I really, really enjoyed the book, and I like that it has its own like beginning, middle, and end, and it also has its own place in like the series. Like you can tell that something's going to happen, something's going to change, and even if there isn't a broader resolution in the first book, there is some closure for some of the characters. So while you know that like more things have to happen, I did like the ending a lot because I felt like it was a good, solid ending. In fact, I was like sitting on a train when I finished the book, and I was with other people, but we were all doing our own thing. And when I finished the book, I just put it down. I wanted to cry in a way, but it wasn't because like the book made me so incredibly sad. It was just that it was just so good, and I had so many feelings when I finished reading it because I was like, oh my goodness, I need to talk about it. And I didn't have anyone to talk about it with, so here I am talking about it with you. And it was just really hard for me because I had finished it, and I was like, I need to talk about how good it is because I knew it was gonna. I mean, you know what's gonna happen at the end, kind of, and I knew it was going. I knew it was coming, but I still really, really, there he's working on the building. But I still really, really loved it and loved reading it and everything. And while I was reading it, like in the middle and everything, I just had like this anxiety in me, and I just wanted to like jump out of my chair. Sometimes, in fact, I did just jump out of my chair because I had like this like energy that was just from reading the book, but I didn't have anything to do. I just had to I just had to finish the book to find out what happens, and I just yeah. So it's so I like that. I like that actiony like feeling, this like tension that's building. So even when there isn't like action actually happening, you still can feel the tension because you know that there's like danger at any minute for them. And so it was really, really interesting. It grabbed my attention and everything. The only thing that was difficult for me is that in the beginning, the book basically starts with her in the camp, and then it goes to like before she was in the camp to explain how she got there. Not really explain everything of how she got there because you find out throughout the book the events leading up to her being basically placed in this camp. And she goes into like her first couple of years in the camp. It's not very long, it's really short, that part. But when she finishes, it finishes kind of abruptly, and then it goes right back to the present. And that just, I didn't, when I started reading it, I didn't know where I was. And I was like, I really hope that like the flashbacks from now on are a lot better. And they were actually, they flowed really, really well in the story. So yeah, you can't see my arms, but they're like flapping around down here. So yeah, so like I said, I would really, really recommend it. I would especially recommend it if you like books that are, well, action-packed, definitely. Books, if you like books with kids with powers, definitely also. But if you've, I read the book The Enemy, and by Charlie Higson. If I'm wrong, I will write his name right here. I think it's Charlie Higson. But I read the book The Enemy, and this book kind of reminded me of that book in the sense that it's like a group of kids traveling from one place to another, trying to find a place where they can belong. And there's like danger all around them. Of course, in this book, the danger isn't zombies. It's just like, well, except in The Enemy, actually, it is adults, because adults in The Enemy are all like zombie creatures. In this case, the adults aren't zombies, but they are in fact terrified of the kids, and they will lock them up again. And so it was just really, really good. That's what I'm gonna say. You should definitely read it. I'm really excited for the second book to be coming out by October 15th. And yeah, so you should pick it up, and you should pick up the second one. And I'm actually gonna read the little ebook this month. I know I already said that in my September to be read video, but yeah, I'm gonna read the little ebook this month. And yeah, so thanks for watching. I think I made a little bit more sense this time. Yeah, I did. But yeah.